Hi there, I'm here. It's 10:35 here. It was a little bit late. So what I want to color today is this Elephantasy. And it's a drawing I made, and I think I made it in November. I'm not sure if it was November or December, but I think it was November that I drew it. And you can't even see the whole thing here. If I can take the camera up a little bit more, then you'll see a little bit more. And I hope you got your page. If you didn't get it, the link is in the description up here, and it's free. You can add a tip if you like. That way I also get a little bit. So that would be lovely. And if you can't afford it, then don't do it. But you know, if you can and you think it's worth it, then give me a little tip. Anyways, I just got a kiss from my daughter because she was supposed to have been in bed half an hour ago. One of the reasons why I'm a little bit late. So, but nice to see you all. And so the link to get the page is in the description. So go up there and get your page if you don't already have it. And I'm going to be starting to color in a few seconds. I just want to share this to a few pages to see, you know, if we can get a little few more people coloring with us. And if you want to share it, feel free to share too. Nice to see you, Julie, and Jose and Nasib. Anyways, I'm going to share this for, I'm just going to be 2 minutes time. So if you don't already have the page, get it on the link in the description of this post, or share my video to someone, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. So I have shared it, and I'm ready to start coloring, except I don't have my evening glass of wine because I was stressing and my daughter wasn't going to bed, and because she was drawing, so she didn't want to go, and so I didn't get anything ready. So we're just going to start, and then I'll probably have a little like 1 minute break at some point where I'm going to get my glass once everything is peaceful and she's settled to sleep. And I think I'm going to try to use these ones. They are like thick, clean color, real brush, set of 80 colors. I'm going to try them. There's one thing that annoys me a little bit about the setup of this box is that I can't really see the colors. So I'm just going to do like this because I need to find somewhere to set them up so that I can really see them. You know, it's a strange setup. Strange way that they're like, you know, I would like to be able to see which colors. Oh shit, now it's really in order, no? Now I can't even get to my page. Nice to see you guys. Oh, well, you better take care of Hoppy. That's important. That's very important. You know, we can't leave this man suffering just because of coloring. So yeah, I'm gonna like sort these out a bit. This seems like grays, blacks. So yeah, I didn't really, that's one of the reasons why I haven't really tested these, because you know, there was no way that I could see all the colors. So now I'm just taking them out, and then we'll see together. I'll try them out on this one. There seems to be a lot of pinks and reds here, which is not a bad thing. I like pinks and reds. Some oranges, and yeah, we'll see. This will go. This is pretty complicated. That's why, you know, it's nice when they have them more like set up in colors. This seems like purples, blues, purple, purpley. So yeah, now my dad is gonna be running around too. So it's an awesome mess here because everybody's running about, and I don't get it's not very peaceful. But anyways, you're gonna have to deal with that today because I sort of set a time out that I wanted to start at 10:30 because I thought that was realistic compared to, you know, like, you know, starting at that hour. Also because, you know, sometimes I do have to try to finish a little bit earlier than I did yesterday, but it seems that here in this house there's no peace before until everyone's asleep. So I don't really get any quiet. So that was the greens. I think there's more greens. There's quite a lot of grays here, quite a lot of gray tones. I'm gonna set them over here. I think this one is a bluish. This one seems like a greenish. So, you know, yeah. So I have them a little bit set up. Here's like another greenish, greenish, greenish. This seems bluish. Sort of a very light blue. They don't seem to have names on the colors. That was greenish, yellowish. And here we got some skin colors. I'm not going to be using that. We got some browns. These seem very brown, all of these. This one could be a bit greenish. So these seem browns, and put them over here, up here, because probably not going to use them because I want to have more like vivid colors. This seems like a skin color thing. So yeah, and this one seems like a greenish blue, like maybe a turquoise. So the Elephantasy, I'm thinking that I'm gonna try to do something different because I don't have any idea with these colors which ones are which. So maybe I'm just gonna try to start with what I think might be the lightest yellow. You know, maybe I can make an order of them while we're doing this. So that could be pretty cool if I could, you know, get them a little bit in order. So we're just gonna start from here. See if I can sort of, this one seems like it's almost a neon yellow. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start somewhere. And it's nice to see you guys. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice of you. Does any of you have the page downloaded that I'm working on? Let me know if you have it or if you're gonna go grab it. Could be pretty neat if we're more working on it. Could be funny. And it's so nice. I saw quite a few from yesterday. Yeah, this is definitely a neon color. So I'm just gonna be working down here. Then I'll take this one and set it up here for the yellow in my little first box. It would have been nice if they had ordered the colors. That I would have really appreciated that. That would have been perfect, but they didn't. It's a very, very fine brush. If you can see the tip, it's totally fine, like compared to my hand. And I think they're water-based. They're pretty fine brush. Very good for small spaces. I think this one might be a bit of a challenge. This is not an easy one. It's not a weirdie. It's of my new art series, this one. And they're definitely a bit more challenging because I made a lot smaller spaces on them when I drew them. So I'm having a clear advantage of having printed it in A3. I do like to print in A3 because it just makes it, first of all, like when I'm filming it, it's easier for you to see because it's bigger. And second of all, it's easier for me to hit the lines, you know, because it's bigger. So, you know, I do recommend that sometimes if you don't like really small spaces to print in A3, and you can do it at home with your regular printer that prints A4 or US letter size, all you have to do is that you put it in a setting called poster mode. Well, that is if your printer can do that, but most newer printers can do that in poster mode, and that means that you just print the drawing over 2 pages. Then you can just use a strip of tape and tape it together on the back, and then you sort of got that problem settled. There's only like 3 yellows, so I'm gonna look a bit at these oranges to see which orange I think is the lightest. It seems like this one might be a neon orange. It seems a little bit neon-y. This one also seems orange, going just on the verge of red. But I think I'm going to discard the neon orange because I actually think I would like to, you know, go with a little bit more with without the neon. So I'm going to go with the lightest orange that I think is the lightest, well, from the colors that I see on the end of these markers. I've had them for quite a while, and I never really tried them because of this, that they're not like in color order. But now, you know, that we're sitting here and we're doing this, then I have a chance to order them a bit. They're sort of like very much like painting a bit with a brush, and they're quite wet, so they're quite nice to use, I think. They're definitely not as sturdy in the tip as the Faber-Castells that was it Faber-Castell? Yeah, the Faber-Castells, these ones that I was using the other day. The tip is a bit harder on those, on that brush tip, but they seem pretty nice, you know. They handle nice. The big question will be, let's see on the back, how much do they bleed? Absolutely nothing. There's no bleed. So that means that these are also good for your books. Yeah, this is a very nice, very vivid, strong color. I like that. So this orange is pretty good. A pretty amazing orange. You know, that's always nice to see when there's some vivid, strong colors, you know. I should get like a little washi tape and put it on my favorite ones so that I can recognize it. I'm just gonna have a look. These are made in Japan, and they're from Kuretake, must be the company name. Let me see, is that, yeah, it's the same number here. They're water-based. Okay, here there is actually a number 070 orange, so there is a number on them. They are numbered, so that would be good when I do my color chart. Then I can truly get the colors right in there, so that's a good thing. I like this. They're very, very nice. The brush is very fine. The tip is awesome to work with. So I definitely like them so far. They're good markers, water-based markers. I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper. Very lovely color again. Beautiful color. So it's nice that I finally get to try them out. I'll have to try to remember the sequence that I used them in, because I didn't use all of them in this one. But these are very, very nice. I like it a lot. Beautiful. They really lay down really nice. I'm going to put it up a bit closer so you can see how nice the colors are. Very vivid, very strong. Beautiful colors. And they're nice to color with. So yeah, definitely some very, 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 very good brush markers. Brush water-based markers. I like them. Definitely good. So now I'm going to go for the reds. I'm going to try to see if I can choose 3 reds. Let's see these 3. There's actually 5 here. This one might seem a little bit more pinkish. These seem very red, so I'm gonna try to, this is a very dark one, I think. This is the lightest red, definitely. And then I think this one, I think this is a darker, and this one is also darker. The other ones here seem more pinky. Yeah, more pinky. This one is going on purple. So I think I'm going to start out trying with these two, and then I'll move on to the other ones, so I get a handle of them. So this is actually like I'm doing a color test on this one. I'm making swatches of the colors of this set, except for the neon orange. I didn't do a swatch of that one. I'll try to, actually maybe just try to do of all of them. We'll see what the result becomes of the coloring. But at least I get to try these out with all the colors and see what they're like. This is very nice. I like this drawing, and it's just, I wasn't thinking to draw an elephant or anything like that. But when I was like halfway through the drawing, I could see that it was going in that direction. And I just decided that that was probably the direction it was going to be. So I'm hoping that you guys see the same as me. I'm not sure, you know, everybody can see something different in it. Besides, it doesn't matter if you see the same as me. What matters is if you like it and you have fun with it, and that's more or less it. You can also turn it upside down and see what you see then. You could try to do that, just to have fun and see it. What's it like upside down, this one? What's it like upside down? Then it's a total different one, eh? Then it looks like somebody with a big funky hat maybe, or, you know, then you have maybe a face there, or you have eyes there, or you have, you know, there's a lot of funkiness. So you can always do that with these kind of drawings. You know, explore them, make them more special to you. So yeah, I've got that one tried. So they're going to be much more sorted now in my little set here. It's actually quite a big set. I think I chose them correctly by sight, actually, in the order. But we'll see, because you never really can tell before until you lay them down. And they're very, very, very fine, but they lay down really well. So I'm just wondering how long they'll last. How much will they color a set like this? But they're definitely very, very nice pencils. Brush markers. I very much... I was surprised because I wasn't sure about them. Also because I didn't have the patience to try them out when I was like thinking, oh, there's no order in these colors. I can't do this. But now, you know, I've started and I have this whole one to color. So we're in it. We're in it together. So I think I'm gonna go for this one first. I'm not quite sure, you know, maybe I should just try on my hand. This seems like a dark, dark one. And this one actually seems a bit redder. So that might have to go first there. And this one seems like, I don't know. Maybe this one needs to go first. That's a slightly lighter than the other one. They're very close. So I think this one is going to go first. Just to see. You see, that's a darker red than the one we used before. Also a very beautiful red. Very deep. Really like, almost like a lipstick red. Very nice. And they lay down greatly. So I think, you know, these are definitely some brush markers that are good to use. And since they are water, they don't really bleed out like the alcohol-based ones. And they don't bleed through. So that's another thing that is good for quite a lot of coloring books. So that is actually a good marker to use on them. And it looks pretty awesome. And they go very well in the colors as so far I chose. I haven't been totally off with the order, I think, yet. That it may come. You know, so this is a swatching out of these, trying to find them. Try to test them a bit. So we're gonna like go on from here with the one that I thought was the next in the order. So we already finished there. I think this one will be pretty nice. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, this is neat. I like it. These are really good and really nice colors as well. Really beautiful colors, beautiful pigment. And they are beautiful to work with because you can sort of, they don't seem like they miss the tip. They seem like they will hold up to some work as well. And they're very light and they're very bendable, and you can get really, really fine with them. You can get, it's really good. Hi, see you later. Good night, Karen. Yeah, so yeah, I'm a bit, here in Denmark, it's almost 10, but I guess CST time, it's like about almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So for some it's early and for some it's late. I mean, for me, it's never really late because I'm more of a night person. So for me, it always feels like early at this time in the evening. But you know, that depends what you're used to. This one seems almost like, you know, like dried blood or rust. It's a pretty nice color. It's actually verging on brown. Maybe I should switch over to browns after this one, even though that I don't normally do browns, but you know, it could be nice to go out of the box, and I think it would fit the order that I'm making this in. It would fit into the color scheme that I'm working from. I didn't really make a plan for the color scheme, but it just so turns out that this would be more suited to go into browns than to go into pinks and purples right now. So I think that will come at a later point. And now I got my daughter next to me again, even though that she should be lying in her bed and she should be sleeping. And actually, she's not even going to be lying in her own bed. She's going to be in mine because she asked if she could sleep in my bed. And I said, yeah, you can sleep in my bed. It's okay. So yeah, definitely. I think after this one, I'm going to look at these browns. There were quite a few. So I think I'm going to try to put them in order. And I think after this one, it would be that one. And then that one. And then I'll have to see where the other ones will fit in. Let me see, is this one greenish? This one may be more greenish, I think. And this one, yeah, this one may be more skin colored like. And these are browns too. So yeah, definitely. It's gonna go like this, I think. That one, and then the lightest one of these would be, I don't even know. Let me see, dark brown, mid brown, and deep brown. So I guess dark brown, mid brown, and deep brown. I mean, they are helpful here with the naming. Mustard should have been with my yellows. So it doesn't really go in here. I'm going to keep it separate. So now I have the order of these browns that I'm going to put them to use. Vil du være sød og gå i seng? Har du børstet tænder? Oh, kids. Is this because she really loves to watch me do the video? And I do understand her enthusiasm, but the thing is, it's late and it's way past her bedtime. So even though that it's holiday, I mean, it's still way past. So it's like past by almost 2 hours. So that's quite a lot. I mean, in a holiday, you might be able to be up 1 hour later, but not like, it doesn't have to be an all overnighter, you know, an all-nighter. But I do understand that it can be difficult to sleep. I do have experiences of that, so, but you know, It's also just because she's curious and we had a long day and we finally got the tree today. So that's really lovely. And she decorated it and it looks absolutely beautiful. So very happy with that and happy that we were able to get one. So that sort of makes it feel a little bit more like Christmas. Let's see, what is this one? This is looking, it's brick beige. So that does not go in the, because there might be some grays that are mid-gray. That is gray. So I think these are gray, yeah. But, you know, we'll get there. So now we're going to go on this one. This is pretty neat. This is also a lovely color again. I have to say that I really like the colors in this set. I'm liking every color that I've had out so far, except for the neon color. I didn't like that one. But I'm not really into neon colors. I never really was. Even when it was like fashion in the 80s, I hated neon colors. I just really hated them. So I don't hate them anymore because that's kind of a too strong a word for something that is not really that important. But I just, it's just not me. So yeah, now we got that one down. And we're moving on. It's going to be pretty neat to go through all of these and see all the colors. And if you're bored, you just, the name of the set is, Sick Clean Color Real Brush. I think it says here that they're from Kuretake. They're Japanese. So I think Sick Clean Color, and it's water-based, Susan. Glow in the dark neon. I don't know. I never really, I just don't like neon colors so that much. Besides, the ones you color with, they never glow in the dark anyways. It's just this is a very light one. It does not look anything like what it does on the outside at all. So this is the first one where, well, maybe it does, but not. It's not as strong. So we'll see this one. Then I'll take the next one. And definitely this is a little bit more pigmented. It's funny that I so rarely use browns and grays, and I just always like really use very strong and vivid colors. It's more in my toolbox. So, but it's nice sometimes to use. You know, you always, you know, it's good to have a little bit of variation in what you're doing. So it's nice to see all of you guys, and I think it's cool to test these out because they really are. I thought, you know, that there would probably be some similarities between these and the Faber-Castell set with the brushes, but I don't really think that they're that similar. I actually think they're quite different than each other. I mean, it's the same principle, and they're both water-based. But like, I'm gonna have a look at one. You know, this is a difference. You know, you have the one here and the other one there, and this one. The Faber-Castell, you can put this one on here. That's nice, but it's totally not as fine as this one at all. If you look at the tips here, you see them. This one is almost like a fine hair in the end. You see, they both can go very fine. This one is much more sturdy. This one is much more bendable. So definitely a different kind of brush. This one is a real brush, you know. This is made up of individual hairs, whereas this one is a nib that is just shaped like a brush. So there's a difference between them there, but the Faber-Castell ones are beautiful to color with as well. But there's definitely a difference because this is a brush. So yeah, so that's the difference there. So we're just gonna go on and see these colors come to life on our Elephantasy. I was waiting for a long time today. I was waiting for the tree to arrive, and that was driving me crazy because we had to do some shopping for food, and there was a lot of things that had to be sort of taken care of today, so that there's no stress tomorrow, because tomorrow there's also tons of things to take care of, and I have to start with some cooking and stuff. And my cousin is coming by with her husband to exchange gifts with my daughter, and so we also have to do that. That's also, oh, I had promised that I would make something nice for coffee or whatever. So I'm gonna be doing that too. Yeah. I think orange with brown is really nice, Susan, too. I like that too. It's pretty neat. So yeah, here we go. Here we go, here we go. And my daughter, they've been, you know, they have English classes in school, and to help the kids, you know, to learn English. The last times they've had fun with Christmas songs in English. So she's been singing Last Christmas constantly for days and days. So yeah, I've got it in my head constantly now, replaying George Michael singing Last Christmas. Yeah, I'm not a very good singer, so I'll spare you. I'll spare you. So this is very neat. So I have to figure out where I'm gonna go from there, because this was the last round. I think I might want to try some of the other ones here. It looks pretty neat so far, this coloring. I'm still undecided on my midsection here. Yeah, this one fits with 4. It's a little bit funny the way it's divided. So, you know, I have these that I didn't go into. The curry, the mustard. This was the mustard one. I didn't try. Mustard. And what was this one called? This one was called brick beige. So I have mustard and brick beige. What do I have here? Let me just see these grays. There is a mid gray, and this is, what is this? Light gray. So that's a light gray and a mid gray. These are even lighter. So let's see what these are called then. This is warm gray, number 2, and gray tint. That's another one. I'll take that apart. And this was a cool gray one. Cool gray one and warm gray one. But the other ones, they didn't say if they were cool or warm. They just said gray. So this one is this one is just a gray. This is funny. The naming. Pale gray. That's okay. Pale gray goes there. And blue gray. Black. This is a black. And this is a natural gray. God, these names are difficult to classify. And a green gray. So I guess this one was the blue gray. So we put those aside here. And dark gray, that goes here, because there was a mid gray here. I think that was the mid gray. So I guess the one that was just called gray, this gray brown, and this one was just called gray, would go between the mid gray and the dark gray. Now we have, this was a natural gray. So I guess that, I don't know where that comes in. And this one was the gray tint. So I guess maybe they go like this. And then we have the warm gray, I think we have here. And this was mustard. And this was the brick beige. And then we have these green, blue, and brown. Green, blue, and brown. And this was the natural gray, which I guess would be between the dark gray and the mid gray. So we're gonna do it like this. So I'm gonna go and put the warm gray with these 3. So I'm gonna put first the brick beige, Sorry, I'm just sitting talking about the colors. I'm just getting into like a little thing about classifying these colors. Well, it's like that when I have a new set. I have to get to know them, and that's what I'm doing right now. So that might seem a little bit boring, but it's pretty nice way to get to know your colors is by testing them. Normally I do it in the color companion, but now that I broke open the box and decided to use them, I'm doing it here. And these are not really sliding in like that, but now I get to see them and I get to try them out, which is great. So and this was that grayish one, the warm gray. A warm gray is always good to use with the browns also, because it still has a little bit of the brown feeling in it. So that finished that lower part. Then I think we should go for some other colors here. And since we just did the whole testing of these grays and browns, I don't really want to do grays here before, and so some other part maybe, but I want to do something a little bit more vivid. So maybe we should do something green here. I think that could be nice. Going with these greens first, I think. I'm going to go with those. This one seems like a very nice lime. It says yellow green, but yeah. I think I'm going to go up here with that one. And I think it's going to be here again. And I think we're going to do it here. And maybe down here. So now we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases that I started with this light green. Yellow green, sorry, yellow green. And then I can pop that one in. So maybe I'll get through all of them. I think there's more than 80 spaces in this one, so I might not. And this is called pale green. Pale green. It is definitely pale. But it does look good. It looks stronger when you get closer. You can see. And here's what I did before. It's quite okay color combo. I mean, I haven't worked out a color scheme, so we're just testing these markers on the Elephantasy, and then you guys will also find out how they're working, hopefully. I really think so far I'm very, very satisfied with them. I think they are quite nice to work with. I can relate to them, because normally I'm very much an alcohol marker girl. I love alcohol markers, and that is what I work with a lot. Yeah, this one is a nice green, very nice green to work with. So yeah, I like that. And I think that one is gonna go up here as well. So yeah, and maybe it will continue down here on this little nose thing. And then it will go here, here. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I'm an alcohol markers girl, but these are definitely just as nice as the Faber-Castell. I'm really enjoying them. I'm enjoying working with them, so that's kind of brilliant. They're really nice, and I'll definitely be working with them a lot more, that's for sure. So now I'm gonna have to choose some more greens. I think it's gonna go like that. This one is not green like that. This is more turquoise. And these are greens. This one maybe pale dawn gray. That goes over to the grays. So this one's gonna be, I think I'm gonna be working them here. Yeah. And this is marine green. I think that will go there. And this is ochre. That should have been with my browns, huh? So I'm just gonna put that. That won't be tested because that should have been with the browns. So yeah, I'm getting an order of these colors now. So that's good. I'm getting an overview. So I'm going to continue with, I think I'm going to go like that. And this is good. I'm going to go in this order. And then we're going to just move on and get green into the center of the Elephantasy. I like the name for it. I thought it was a pretty cool name. But I guess it's just because I saw an elephant when I drew it. A big pink one with yellow spots on it. But it's, yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm funny. At least I can, laugh at my own jokes. That's always something. So yeah, I don't even have my normal glass of red wine because I usually don't pour that before until my daughter's gone to bed. And since she was still on her way to bed, I hadn't poured my glass yet. So that is annoying, but I'll take it in a few minutes. So we're gonna have this here. I think it's gonna be neat when it's done. I hope it's gonna be neat. I mean, it's always if you're color testing on the actual drawing. That's why it's nice to color test and color swatch in your color companion, because then you're not messing up the drawing. But since, for me, it's okay that I'm doing it, I think. I'm fine with it. And somebody's at my side yet again. Unsolicited. Bye-bye. Good night. Yeah, they can be, buggy. And little bugs. Little love bugs. So yeah. Oh, this is a nice green too. Really lovely green. It's sort of emerald. What's it called? May green. Well, May green, I like you. It's a very nice one. Very, very vivid. Beautiful. I thought it would be emerald green because it sort of has that emerald glow to it. And here we go there and there. I think this is going very well, this one. I think it will look funny. I hope it will look funny. And definitely we're gonna be seeing these colors go live here. It's very nice to work with still. I mean, I know I've said it before, but it's not always that. I was surprised with it, that it was so nice. I don't know why would I be surprised? I should have anticipated that they were nice, shouldn't I? I guess it's sometimes we just get surprised. Let me see. This is nice here, yeah. I think this is good. It's more or less it. Yeah, I like it. It's nice to work with, and I think the drawing will be interesting in the end. I hope nobody's horribly bored yet with me, but yeah, that's the way it is when you start with some new colors and you're just getting a little bit into them. Then you have to sort of test them out a lot. But I think it will actually be quite an interesting result in the end, maybe, with the colors going, because we'll have different parts getting different colors, So that might be a fun result. So this definitely looks like an olive green. It's called mid green. Okay, they have some different names for it than what I would classify as the names, but that's fine. I can work with it. I can live with it. Because this definitely, to me, looks like an olive green. But yeah, if they want to call it mid-green, then mid-green it is. I'm not a priggler. I won't be. It's going to be looking good, huh? Yeah, I think so. It's going to be looking very good. And we have this one here. Yeah. So yeah, I was late in getting those things done that I had to get done today, which annoyed me horribly because, if we had been able to go out shopping earlier, we wouldn't have been caught in the rush hour traffic in the public transport, we could have walked faster than we got there with the bus, that's for sure. We could have walked there, done the shopping in the supermarket, and walked back in less time than it took us to actually get there. But the problem, it was pretty cold, you know? And we just didn't have warm enough clothes on to walk all the way to this supermarket, because we also have to, yeah, it was too cold for that. Definitely. And it's not because I'm lazy. Yeah, of course I'm lazy. Of course I'm lazy. And you know, when we went back, I did the better option of taking the train and the metro, which I could have done to go there. But because I didn't want to go down to the metro, I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of taking the metro. I really like the bus. I like to be able to look out the window. And I also like to, you know, not go underground. So I'm not huge on the metro. I do it when it really makes sense, because I have the metro right here. And if I'm going from one station to another, then, you know, it would not make sense to do anything else but take the metro. But if I can avoid it, I would rather maybe spend half an hour more on transport and then go with the bus than I would go with the metro. It's just the kind of person I am, obviously, so can't really help it. So yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty neat. I'm still in the thinking with these, they might just become black or something like that, just to make an emphasis on them. I'm not sure. So yeah, that will be a trick question for later, what will happen, because it will come to me at some point. I will get the idea of what to do with them. I'm gonna have to find something else to put these in so that I can have an overview of the colors much better. Because having them in this box, they get mingled up very easily. So I have to figure out how to store them in a good way. So this is gonna be nice. We're going on. And I think we're going to do it here too. It's going to be really nice. I'm going to get, this is a lovely green, by the way. Also, I mean, all the colors so far, this is a deep green. All the colors so far has been really beautiful colors in my eyes. I haven't had one where I've thought, oh my God, that's an ugly color. Or that it didn't have a pigment, or, you know, they lay down beautifully. The brush is easy to work with and easy to, you know, it's nice to control it. It's very bendable and flexible, and it goes good. So yeah, I think I'll definitely be able to recommend these ones for sure. I think I'll go here. So this is a different kind of drawing. Is any one of you drawing with me, coloring with me? I know I asked before, but I've been so caught up in actually laying down these colors and working with these brushes that I didn't see if somebody said that you were coloring with me. So I hope you're having a great time, and if you're not coloring with me, maybe you'll color Elephantasy at another point, you know. You don't have to color with me, you can just have fun. How about you, Julie? Did you're coloring with me? Great, thank you. What about your Twister party? When is it beginning? I'm so curious about the Twister party. I'm so much looking forward to it. Sorry, I know I'm not coming, but you know, I kind of feel that I'm a part of it. So, you know, I want to know when it starts. I'm curious, and you are too? Yeah, cool, Marie-John. I'm happy to hear that. So we are all focused on Elephantasy. I'm not the only one who's digging into this one. That is great to hear. I'm happy. I'm here. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm here. I'm everywhere. Yeah. It's fun. Oh, I love this color too. What's that one called? It's just called green. My God, that's a little bit too little of a name for this green because it's just so beautiful. Maybe I should make up some new names and send him a list of suggested names for this series, these pencils, brush markers. Somebody should be in her bed. No, in my bed. Actually mine. Somebody should be sleeping. But he's mousing around and right behind me. Victoria, nu går du i seng. So yeah, she's a little mouse. She thinks she's invisible. I used to have a dog. It was a bull mastiff, a 60-kilo bull mastiff. And he used to think that he was invisible too. How can a 60... He used to think that he could sneak into bed. Can you imagine 60 kilos sneaking into bed when he has to jump from the floor? No, there's no sneaking there. It just doesn't work. It didn't work for him, the sneakiness. He just couldn't hide, but he thought himself that he was pretty invisible. If he just laid flat on the floor and sort of snaked his way by me, he thought he could. Yeah, when I sent him outside, because he was horrible with the farts. So sometimes I would send him out to the hall and say, go lie there because you're stinking up the whole room. Yeah, but then he would sort of, first be very, very reluctant, seem like he was horribly offended by what I said, and look at me like I was crazy. Why would you send me out? I'm the most charming dog in the world, but you're not when you're stinky. So yeah, he would be very, very offended with my rude behavior. He was very nice. I miss him a lot. Ouch. Oh, I see this is going pretty well. I think it's going to be a pretty one. It's not going to be my normal rainbow, but I think it's going to be pretty in its own right. And sometimes I also have to get out of my rainbow box and try something different, because we all have a tendency, I think, to stay in the box that we know, within the limits that we know. And I don't do it with my drawing, because there I tend to go way out of the box sometimes. But with the coloring, I really tend to go rainbow a lot. So I mean, this will also be kind of rainbow, but not in the same way. So I am a little bit out of my box. I'm thinking maybe to keep those two little spots white. That could probably be pretty neat. Yeah, this is going well. I'm happy with it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to find some more like turquoise and peacocky ones when I go over to the blues and greens now. Still have some turquoise, so I'll sort of try to mix it over gently to the blues. So yeah, it's nice to try out almost all of the colors on this one. It'll give me a good overview of the color palette of these brush markers. They are very, very beautiful. I really like this set a lot because they have very, very strong, good pigment, and the brush tips are just perfect. The name again, yeah. The name of these, they're from Kuretake. You see here, can you focus, camera? I'm just gonna hold it a little bit, so maybe it'll focus. Kuretake, and they're called ZEG, Z-E-G, Clean Color Real Brush, and they're water-based. I will write it down in the comments afterwards, and I will see if I can find a link for them. I can probably find them on Amazon and put in a link so that you can go have a look at them. But they're beautiful to color with, that's for sure. Yeah, I really like them. Really nice, 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 nice. So you know what? Now is my time. We are 11:30 in the evening, and I want my glass of wine now. So I'm gonna get my glass. It's just gonna be a minute, and I'll be back. I'm gonna pour my wine, and I'm gonna chill with my coloring because this is all I'm on me time. It's mommy time now. One sec. Oh my God, I just had a look at the kitchen and I was going, it's mommy time, it's me time. I've been stressing and running about all day and doing shopping and the tree and everything and dinner and cooking, and I forgot about one thing that I didn't finish. I didn't clean the kitchen after we carried all the food out. My daughter and my dad, they just put the plates on the kitchen counter. So I actually still have some practical stuff waiting for me, growing on the plates. So I'll have fun with that later. Right now, I will be oblivious of it. I will erase it. The vision I had when I went to get my glass, I will erase it from my mind, and I will color it away, and hopefully forget it. Totally forget it. So I'm just going to check if there's some more turquoise. This is a Persian green. I'm going to look if there's some turquoise looking ones. This is a peacock blue. I'll probably be using that to make. And here we have a deep blue. I like this cornflower blue. That's my favorite blue. And here these look turquoise as well. Kind of. Cobalt blue and light blue, so they're definitely not turquoise. Cobalt blue and light blue. And there's some other light blues here. Shadow mauve, haze blue. Those are pretty neat names. And here we have some more blues, and then it moves into the purples. So this is just a blue. Okay, I can work with just the blue. And this was the deep blue. We'll probably be moving on to that one after the, and this is the dull blue, a dull blue. That sounds boring. A dull one and a Persian blue. So I guess I have my order of these now. And then they will be moving into the purples. And then the pinks. And the magenta. I want to see the magenta. I love magenta. So here I have these. So I think I'm going to start. I think this is the order I want to do them in. That is, let me see. Oh, there's a ton of new messages. Yeah, dishes. They're really lovely. You can really work with these. Yeah, I got plenty of sleep. Nobody woke me up. I got up like around, I think it was like 10 or something. So I had great sleep. Woke up, didn't eat. Sit and wait for this tree that was supposed to come at 12, and nothing happened. And I couldn't go to the shower because maybe I would miss the doorbell, and yeah. So yeah, that was I hate waiting. I hate making an appointment at a certain hour and it's not being kept. That's something that can really iff me off. That can really get under my skin, as they say, because I think it's a lack of respect if people don't keep their appointments. Now I know that my appointment couldn't call, so that is I knew that he couldn't call because his phone wasn't working. So if he had been able to call, he would have called and said he was gonna be late. I'm sure of that. But then in the end, it was almost 3 o'clock before he came with the tree, and that was a bit late because then everything that I had to start was delayed, and we couldn't go out and do the shopping before until it was almost like 4 in the afternoon. So, you know, all the time where I did do some work, I did quite a lot of work while I was waiting. But, you know, when you have a plan, it's nice to be able to execute that plan. So, yeah, that was the answer of your question, Beverly. Yeah, dishes are horrible, really horrible. They're called Kuretake, sick clean color, and I will be putting a link afterwards. I'll try to find them, and I'll put a link in the comments when I'm finished coloring to see them. They're Japanese, and I think the company is called Kuretake, and these are water-based brush markers, and they are actually really, really good. I'm enjoying them a lot. So they're definitely great brushes to use. And I was using the Faber-Castell Pit Artist brushes the other day, and I thought that they would be very similar, but I don't find them totally similar. I do find them very different, especially because the Pit Artist brushes are not really brushes, and these are brushes. So just there is a big difference, you know, that makes a difference in my book. But I'm very much digging them because it's the first time that I'm really using them, and I can see that these are very good to use. Oh, I was gonna keep those white, but now it's too late. Yep, now it's too late. I already messed up. So now I'm just gonna do it. And then this one, this is a beautiful color too. All the colors I've tried so far have really been beautiful, and they lay down smooth. They are really lovely to work with. There's absolutely, so far the only point I have is that they could have been ordered nicer in the box, or the box could have been, you know, more thought out in you know, like arrangement or in overview, because 80 is a lot. So, you know, if it had been a different kind of box where you could sort of take it apart so you could see all of them, or, you know, that dream box of the Mitsubishi pencils, that is a dream box. I would love all sets to come in a box like that, where you could just like, I love that. That is the best box I know. I love that box. We should try them out today. Yeah, they are really good too. I don't know if they are up to their price point. I won't judge that, but they're nice to use, that's for sure. So I gotta go up here. I started the wrong place too. So these are really nice to use, and especially these would be brilliant for tiny spaces, because the tip is almost as fine as a hair. So they're really, really nice. Ah, you found them, Beverly. Cool, that's nice. Then I don't have to look for them. But they are really, really nice to use. I'm enjoying it a lot. So that's a good thing. I mean, sometimes you get disappointed with markers and things. Sometimes you seen them and you think, oh, these are gonna be awesome, I'm gonna love them, and then you get like fairly disappointed, and you think, whoa, that was not at all what I thought it was gonna be like. And yeah, this is gonna be like a contrast there. I'm gonna go like this. I'm just arranging my order of the blues so that I don't have to. So this one was called Emerald Green. Finally, there's the one that's called Emerald Green. Wow, and I thought the other one was Emerald Green. And now it turns out that Emerald Green is more like a peacock. Oh, cool with me. I mean, if that's how they see it, that's fine with me. I'm gonna do this one here because we're gonna have to start moving in on those areas too of the drawing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about working with these. It's a comfortable thing to work with. I'm enjoying it very much so. So I think I should probably also work on getting this one a little bit, getting out here so that we don't get stuck in there. So yeah, we're gonna move on spreading our feathers. Let's spread our wings and fly a bit. I like that. I can work with that. This one will also go well here, I think. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, I think. I think it's gonna be rather pretty when I'm done. And we'll go with this one. We'll just have it here so that we're starting. Yeah, this is nice. I really like this, the drawing I did. I'm really happy with it. It's just, and I'm also happy with experience in coloring it. I do believe that if you got it printed out in a US letter size, you might be having an awful small spaces. Well, it is drawn in that size and it's meant to be printed in that size. But I'm just more comfortable with the big spaces because, well, first of all, I can't get as close as I would get if I was sitting with the smaller one because of the camera. So I can't get all in there. So that's why this suits me pretty well that it's printed, that I printed in A3. And also I like the piece to be bigger in the end, so that you can maybe hang it up or use it differently. So I kind of like that. I think we're gonna do this one and this one. That was be nice ones. So we're developing there. We're moving outside these borders. I am getting a little bit out of the lines, but that's just because I'm having a distance to it. Because if I put my head all in, then my head will block the camera and you won't be able to see what I'm doing. You'll just be looking at my hair, which would not be that interesting. I mean, that's not what you're here for, to look at my hair. So yeah, this is neat, though, neat. Yeah. So see, yeah. Welcome, Ghislaine. Great to get the link in there, Beverly. I'm really happy with that because, I know that everybody wants to know the pencils, and of course, I could have done a little bit of research before and found them. But, I wasn't even, when I was starting the video, I wasn't even sure if I was going to use them. So yeah, I could do my homework better, but I wasn't really sure if I was gonna. It was sort of like a spur of the moment with making the decision because I have 4 different sets out, and I was not sure which one I would feel like using once I sat down. Yeah, I'm like that, a little bit funny. So yeah, I think this is my blues. I'm looking forward to getting into the purples. I'm just gonna do my order of the purples already, I think. Maybe I wanna get this blue in here, even though it's not fitting well. It's this mauve blue. It is not really, is this a black one? Yeah, that was the black one. I'm gonna put that over here because I'll be using it. And so now I've got my purples sort of ready. Yeah, they're ready. So now they're gonna go in a better order. So I have them sort of ordered how I want to put them after the blues. So now we're just moving in to switch from the light turquoise to light blue, and hopefully that will work for the what are they calling it? Shadow mauve. Mauve. That's a hard word to pronounce for me. I don't know why, but mauve. Yeah. Anyways, I'll have to practice on that one again. So yeah, then we will be switching pale and lightly into blues. I think it looks really pretty. All the colors have, none of the colors have disappointed me at all. They look like, and you can even, I think you can layer them and make them even deeper with that, because it's watercolor. I just tried here. It's really nice to work with. Yeah, I think these are definitely goodies. Yeah. What is the price of them, actually? I didn't, I don't know. I didn't see it. You see, I missed one here. I hate that when I miss a spot. That's so annoying. I'll just do it. Yeah, because it's gonna annoy me afterwards that there's this spot I missed. And I should actually have a sip of my wine now that I took the time to pour it, shouldn't I? Well, cheers with the wine. Oh, cheers for me time. It's nice. So yeah, I like this. It's gonna be funky. Funky, funky, funky. I'm gonna do that one here, because then we can spread the blue up there, like that. It's gonna be spreading here. So that's a good thing. So any of you, how are you finding your Elephantasy? Are they annoying or difficult, or are you losing your patience with them? I'm having quite a good time with mine so far, so that's positive. I'm gonna do that one here. Oh, that was the one that I should have done that one. Boom. Boom. Let's see if I can color over it. And yeah, I could. Cool. I just corrected my mistake slightly. Of course, so you can actually maybe also blend them a bit, because I just colored over this one. And of course, it's not the same colors over there, but if I give that one an extra layer, so you can actually also blend them a bit, I think. You probably have to. They also dry up pretty fast, but they're really nice. And also the thing that you can layer a bit on top of it, that's also very helpful in working with them. I think you can do great things with these for sure. I'm feeling them right now. I definitely think that they are pretty good to work with. And it's a very, very fine brush tip. Yeah, like I said, just one hair on the end. It's like you can really get into the tiniest spots. So yeah, great one. Seems that this could, I mean, but it seems like, because the whole bar is Japanese too, so it seems like the Japanese have a good take on art materials, art supplies. And so you can just, if you find it's too pale, you can just give it an extra little coating on top. And just go that little bit darker. It's pretty cool. So definitely, if you like coloring a piece, you can sort of give it like a little bit of extra shading with the same one, of just coloring a little bit on top to make it darker. So that's pretty neat. I like that. Then we're moving into the next color, and we're gonna light a sicky, and I'm in a good mood. So yeah, I think, I'm gonna get all of the middle connected now with the blues, and it's gonna be spraying out a bit, and then it's gonna be going into the purples and the pinks. Yeah. I don't really like flash colors. They're not really nice. So maybe I won't be, well, maybe I will, and maybe I won't. No decisions are made yet. We will see what happens when it happens. And then we're going for the next one here. Oh, this is a nice one too. And it doesn't seem that, like, even if you apply pressure on the brush, it doesn't seem to sort of, be damaged by it, So that's pretty neat. It's a neato brush, and I forgot one over there as well. It's a good thing that I am so slow with that. Well, I have it right here because now I've set them back in the box in order, in the order that I've been making here while we're sitting, while they were splayed out. So yeah, I can go back and take it. These two are actually pretty, that mauve and the haze blue, they're pretty similar, but there is distinct difference. And they both have a very, I mean, this one, mauve here, no, this is a haze blue, would also be really good if you're coloring something that's supposed to be ice or snow, you know. Definitely good. Also good for the more cold shades of faces, you know, like if you're doing more naturalistic, then this kind of color is good for the face. Definitely, and it's also good for shading. I mean, also you can shade with the grays, but this one could also work a lot with some things. So yeah, it's a good one. So we gotta go here. This is nice. Yeah. And we're gonna go here in that little space here. And this one is gonna go up here. Yeah, we're developing, we're moving on. And this is gonna go here. Oh, I have to sneeze, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Sneezing is a good thing. So yeah, it's very neat to work with, and I'm surprised because I didn't have any big expectations, because there's so many sets out there, and you know, when you see them, they make lots of promises, and they say, oh, they can do this. It's just before that they will color for you, you know, like wow. But a lot of them turn out to be low quality, that is just hooked up on a brand, you know, that like they're hooked up to be a new it brand, which they definitely aren't. So there's so much bogus going on in that world with colored pencils, and there's so many sets that are from the same manufacturer, which means that they're actually the totally the same colored pencils. They're just branded a bit differently because people who want to take advantage of the coloring craze that began will just, you know, make a brand name, and then they'll order a set, you know, the sets from some supplier, and they will just put that brand name on it, but there will probably be maybe 100 different brands that are using exactly the same manufacturer, and it's exactly the same pencils and same quality that they're putting out. But people buy the different sets because they think that they're different, that they're not the same, because they have different branding, and then in fact it's a bit like cheating, though it isn't, because it's not illegal to do it. So, you know, anybody can do that. It's just a bit unfair to those who collect the pencils or the markers, that they have to be treated like they're slight idiots or something like that, and treated like that. That's not very fair. It's not very nice. But that's the commercial business, no? And people do make money off that, and that's why it keeps going. So that's the way of the world, the big mean capitalist world that we all live in and take part of. So we're all part of that. So, yeah. But it's just, you know, be careful when buying colored pencils, because you might already have 5 sets of the same one at home, just without being aware. So do take care. And that would probably go for markers as well. I bet that there's a lot of markers who are manufactured the same way, in the same place, and just branded differently. So, and that's why, you know, there's old trusted brand names that have been there forever, that have also worked on developing their pigment and their products for years and years. And yeah, a lot of them are pretty expensive, like, you know, Faber-Castell, Derwent, Lyra, what can I add, Koh-i-Noor. All these are very old established brands. Caran d'Ache, yeah. But you know, in a way, you know, they've worked on their color formulas for eons of time, and have come a long way in their development. So there is a reasoning for the expensive craziness, and there's a high quality of the products that one shouldn't forget. But it really depends on what you use your work for. If you are a professional artist that want to exhibit your work, you need pigment. You need like light fast pigment to have your colored pieces in. If you're just coloring in a book and it's gonna stay in the book, then, you know, it doesn't matter, because it's in the book, and yeah, with time it will fade. But if you're not gonna use it for anything else, then maybe, you know, you don't have to go crazy on it, on the expense. And if you're just doing it to enjoy yourself, then maybe, you know, then it doesn't really matter. But if, for instance, you are doing it as a gift to someone, that they're going to be hanging on the wall and you're going to be framing it, and you made a lot of effort to make a beautiful piece to frame and put on the wall, then it would be really sad if it fades really quickly, you know. So there's different calls for different needs, and that's where you have to establish what is your own personal need. I mean, you might also just dig having the different colors, or collect them, you know, and be like me, that you're afraid to open them and use them. Yeah. It's just really stupid, because if you don't use them, they'll just dry out and you don't have the colors anyways. So it's better to use them. But I'm always thinking, I'll save this for something special, I'll save it for that, I'll save it for that. And then when that special time comes, then you realize that you saved them a wee bit too long and they've dried out. So that's definitely not good. Oh, you can also put it on here, like, oh, Heather, you're using grays and blues. That sounds really beautiful. Sleep well, Danny. Nice that you were with us, and have a good night's sleep. And I'm so looking forward to see what you did. So yeah, it's annoying that it's not moving down with the comments like it does in the beginning. I guess it just thinks that I'm talking too long or something. It's like it's trying to tell me something. See, that one naturally should have been the other one, so I'm just going to fix that, because that one should have been this. Oh, is that the right one? No, it wasn't. So I'm just going to fix it. Gotta fix it, gotta fix it. I'm just going to draw on top of it. Yes, yes. So yeah, there it was. You see, because that one can kind of seem like it came from there, and then you can sort of carry out the momentum. But that depends on what you see at the moment. You know, in the moment I saw this, and I think I'll go here as well, and sort of finish it off and have this section started. So I think that's really neat. I'm so happy with these colors. I'm having lots of fun. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I think it's developing really nicely. It's not a really fast piece to color, so I'm sorry it's going to be taking long. That's also why I wanted to start early, because of course I also have to announce the second last book of the Epic Christmas giveaway, which I will be announcing after I finish coloring this Elephantasy. I mean, this is taking forever to color. So I do understand that some people have to go to bed because it's getting late. And I've already been at it for an hour and 25 minutes. That's quite a long time. Yesterday's was pretty fast. I think that was just an hour and something. But this one is definitely gonna take a bit longer. Probably because this is much more like a detailed line work, because this is from the art series and not from a weirdie. The weirdies are usually a little bit lighter, you know, like bigger spaces. Not all of them. I have made a lot of pre-lines for the next weirdies series, the next, you know. But we'll begin the 1st of January to color Weirdie a day on the Color Weirdie Day group. This is also shared to that group. And that will be fun. That will be really, I mean, that will be awesome fun, I think. And I hope a lot of people will join in. I think with time, more people will probably join in. I don't expect too much from the beginning. You know, it never really, you know, it takes time for things to catch on and people to discover what we're doing. So, you know, but I think with time, maybe people will like it, or maybe they'll get bored and they'll stop, and that's also fine. You know, you try, and that's all you can really do. Because I love each and every weirdie really a lot. So I think it's gonna be fun because they're all different. They all have different characters. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see if we get a lot of beautiful weirdies out of it. We can float around and make people smile and make people come up with silly little ideas. That would be neat, wouldn't it? I would love that. To see the weirdies just floating. Oh, there's a weirdie here. And we can have weirdie parties as well, Julie. Weirdie parties and twister parties. Yeah, this is nice. I'm loving these. I'm really loving these. I'm almost like thinking, oh, why didn't I try them out before? Because they're so nice. So definitely, really surprised me how high quality they are to work with, and how beautiful they are to work with, because it's like, you know, they're just laying down just like that, you know. You almost don't even apply the brush, and you have all the pigment coming but not bleeding on your page. It's a beautiful experience to do. I really think that they are way above my expectations of what they would be, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. And they will definitely not be standing in the box that much. And if I get weirdies where I have tight quarters like this, then I will definitely break them out on those. I love that. I really love it. It's going really well with them. A very enjoyable experience. So sometimes we get little surprises in life. It makes everything a little bit nicer. Yeah, I think this is beautiful. I think I'll just go on here and then maybe take this one with me and just sort of get in there. This one needs to go here, this one needs to go there, here, and we'll have that one that I want here. And extend to there, and extend here, and here. That's sort of, I'm extending this blue so that we have a transition to these blues. I'm gonna maybe, no, I don't think I'm gonna keep that. We'll see where it leads to. This is neat. I think I'm gonna keep those though. I'm gonna keep those white. And I'll work here, I'll work here. And down there I already did. They're like, yeah, it's sort of like really light. I'm gonna scroll here. Oh, that sounds great, Julie. I look so much. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Twister party fun. I wish I was there, but I'm kind of there, no? Kind of. It's not the same, though. I was actually, you know, I tried at some point. I tried to like communicate with some Danish groups and ask if they wanted, you know, I wanted to make, because I was talking. I live on top of a library. And the library said to me that if I wanted to make a coloring event, I could use the library in the evening, and they could set up a separate space for me, and I could just use it, and it would be for free. So, you know, I could just bring my books and, you know, some printout pages and invite people over for the coloring event. So, I mean, that's pretty neat that you have a big space like that you can use. And I was like asking on the Danish groups if they were interested, and nobody were really interested, which I thought was pretty weird, because, you know, there are Danish coloring groups for colorists, but it seems that they just don't like my work. And well, a few maybe, or maybe, you know, it's just because they haven't discovered it, or because mine is not in the Danish stores or something like that. I don't know what it is that makes it so strange, but, you know, like, it's, you know, I was gonna make a nice event, but or maybe it's just because I live in the capital, and in the capital they maybe don't color as much as they do in other parts of the country. I don't know, because there were people from other parts of the country who really would love to, but since they live there, you know, it would be quite too far to travel for an event. So, you know, I mean, it was strange, because I would really like to have you know, to make a live event where people meet up and sit and chat and color, and, you know, that could be so much fun. But nobody seemed interested at all, except for, of course, those that live so far away that it's also maybe too far away for me to go. Though I would, you know, I would consider going if I knew I had somewhere to stay, and, you know, because it would be for a couple of days then, you know, then you would have to stay there for a couple of days, you know, if you're going to have a coloring event, you know, like at least stay overnight, one night or something. So, yeah, and I don't really had any ideas, but, you know, maybe it'll come someday. Maybe, you know, I'll become famous and the Danish will discover me. Then I'll just be too busy for them. No, of course I won't. But this is a nice one. That was the dull blue. Oh, the dull blue is a nice one. It's not dull at all. It's slightly misunderstood. Yeah. So, yeah, I really wanted to, you know, sometimes I wish I was living in another country where there's more people who are interested in coloring and who are interested in participating in stuff, because it would be really nice to make some events, or, you know, like even make like a monthly event, you know, that something that happens and you go there and join others and sit and chat and see each other's tricks and, you know, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and it could be pretty neat. I would love to do that. So, well, we'll see. Maybe I'll make an event and invite people, and then we'll see if anybody shows up, and then I can stand there and feel like I got stood down. Nah, I won't do that. I will only do it if people, you know, sort of commit and say that they would love to come. Then I will, of course, do it, because I would love to do it. But if nobody really responds, then there's nothing I can really do except for move on and do something else. But this is nice. I'm almost done with the blues and moving on to my purples. Great. Thank you, Julie. It's nice to know I'm with you, you know? This is really nice. So I know that, well, but I can see that I'm not alone. I'm not alone. There's someone here with me on the computer. It's kind of fun here. So yeah, it's going really well. And of course, yeah, like I said, I'm loving these. And I'll have to, I didn't put one up for tomorrow because I'm gonna look if I have one that I think will be suitable for tomorrow, because on the 24th I'm definitely not gonna be able to go on and color live because I'll be having guests and it will probably get late and everything, and I'll probably have had some wine, and you know, I'll probably, oh, that will be a late day. So on the 24th I will not be coloring live, I think, at all. Otherwise it might become disastrous if I did. But I will try to see if I can find one that I can upload for tomorrow and do a little bit of coloring tomorrow as well, or maybe draw. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens and what I feel like, because also I have to prepare a lot of food, so I have to be in the kitchen and prepare things for that the Christmas goes like smooth. I decided this year that I'm gonna try to pre-cook some of the food so that I won't be stressing all day in the kitchen. Also because I have a tendency to get started a bit late on the food, which for me is not a problem. I used to live in Spain, so for me, you know, eating dinner at 11 o'clock in the evening is kind of normal. But most Danish people don't appreciate that at all. So that's great. Geertje, nice to see you too. And you're coloring too, I guess, maybe. I hope so. I hope so. You're so pretty. You did both the Yibi Dibi Da and the Flomsy Wumsy. I like that Flomsy. Oh, you see, this is a beautiful purple. I'm always like, you know, I think one of the things that I do judge a set of is the purples, because a lot of sets that have very few purples, and maybe the purples suck a bit. So definitely to have good purples is a nice quality. So I think, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do here yet. Maybe I should just take the purple up here because I'm liking it so much, this dark purple. I'm really loving that color. It's very, very deep and very rich in the color, so it's a very, but yeah, all of them are beautifully pigmented, and they're also absolutely nice to work with. I'm gonna go purple on this one. So we're gonna move on here. Oh, it's nice. And it's just like, you know, I'm almost not touching the paper, and it just lays down perfectly. Almost no touching. This is so soft. It's not like my usual thing. So yeah, I'm in awe. So that's good. That's a good thing. I'm usually hard to impress, so I wasn't even this impressed by the Holbein. So they are really getting they're really getting to me in sense of the quality and just the way that you can work with this little brush, the flexibility of it, and the ease of it just adjusting to the space you're working on. That's pretty incredible. So yeah, very very enjoyable experience. I love it. I love it. So I'm getting into this drawing a lot. It was a lovely drawing to draw. It took, I think it took me 5-6 hours to draw it. Also because I was drawing in real size, so yeah, but still it was a great drawing to color. I also have another coloring I did of it. That I think it was a video or a GIF I made. I'll try to hit that up so you guys can see it. Oh, I can understand. It's late there too because it's 12:15 now, so you will need to sleep too, Gertje. I hope you'll show me yours tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Really looking forward to it. Also really lovely purple, this one. So these are definitely great brushes. And we should also have a look if it bled through, because that's an ultimate test, isn't it? Nothing. Nothing, no bleed at all. So yeah, that's pretty good. So those who are worried with those that have double-sided printed books, you could actually probably use these in those books without having to be too nervous. I mean, I would still do a test because right now it's working here, but you never know. You always should do that. Test them on the paper of the book. Usually there will be a page in the book where you can test them, or a page where there's nothing on or nothing on the other side that will be ruined, and then just do a little test so you can see if they're gonna ruin everything for you or not. So yeah, I love it. Very nice. And then we have this little one, and this little one. This little piggy went to market. I don't remember the rest of the saying. It's the same with some songs. I only remember the refrain, the chorus. So yeah. But right now I'm remembering Last Christmas a lot because little one was singing it, dinging it constantly. And she's not really having, it's not all of the words that she's understood, but she's understood the flavor of it. And I think it's nice that they teach them songs in the English class because, it makes it more fun for them. And she's definitely digging that song totally at the moment. And she knows some of the translations. She can translate some of it to Danish. So, yeah. It's so cute. I love my little daughter. She's the best thing ever happened in my life. And she brings the sunshine every day with her happiness and kindness and sweet attitude, She's just you can't help but be happy when you're around her because she's just so sweet and nice. But I think, every parent has that with their children. I mean, no parent ever said, my child is a nasty little bastard. I mean, I really don't think so. I would be very surprised if there was a parent who thought that. I guess, there are shit parents anyways, but I think most parents love their kids. So this looks good. I'm happy with it. It looks good and it's transitioning nicely into the purple. I'm just gonna put it. Oh, see, it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty. I love it. I love it. So I'm having great time with this. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a little masterpiece. Oh, I just had a lot of love on the page. There came a lot of hearts running over. I like that. So you should remember to do that always if you're watching a live video or if you see a post from someone. I'm not talking about me, but in general, remember to like it, or love it so that people can feel your love. I think that's pretty important and nice. I'm just rearranging the the like, you know, like all the pinks and roses, pinks and rose thingies, just so that I can get the right order of them so that they're already ready. It's a pale pink here. Might go in there. I don't know about these two. Pink flamingo. What is this? Tea rose. I think they'll go in here. I think flamingo will go there. I don't know about this one. This one might go somewhere here. What is this? Is this a baby pink or something? Almond pink. I never heard that before. Blush. It seems a bit darker. It seems a bit lighter. So I think it's going to go like this. Now I have them arranged because I only have 3 purples left. It's strange, you know, that I think purple pigment must be one of those that they're having a difficult time with, because I see in a lot of sets that I'm thinking, why don't they have more purples? Because, you know, purple is purple. We need purples. I mean, there's something that's called purple rain. How are we gonna color purple rain if you don't have enough purple colors in the set? You know, that's like, you know, one short of a full one. I don't like that. So let's see, but it actually did have a fair amount in here, I have to say that. And I think that the Elephantasy is really enjoying these brushes. So, I mean, it hasn't complained yet anyways. But it didn't complain when I drew it either. So I guess it's pretty satisfied with being in existence. And it's hoping that all you guys will be coloring it excessively so that it can be shared everywhere. And everybody can go Elephantasy on it. So yeah, definitely it's going to be fun. So which lighter, Beverly? Which lighter? I'm holding this one. I don't have a lighter. My cigarette is already turned on, so no lighter. Besides, this is X-rated, you know, it's not for children, so I can smoke. Let's see. I'll do that one. There. It's gonna be pretty. Well, at least it's gonna be colored. Might not be pretty, but it's gonna be colored. And I have to remind you that today, after I've done this, I'm gonna announce the giveaway book of tomorrow. And that will be the second last book. And it is the last book that you know which one it is, because the book of the 24th in the Epic Christmas giveaway is gonna be a surprise for everyone. Not for me, of course, because I already know. But it's unpublished, so I will probably push the publish button when I do the giveaway. So a couple of days later, it should be on Amazon as a print edition. But it's not published yet. I have the proof copy here, and I will be showing you the printed proof copy so you can see what all the drawings look like. And that will be for the 24th, and I'll do it late on the 23rd after it switches to 24 here. And of course that would be different depending on where you are in the world, but it fits with around this time, like right now. So if you look at your clock right now, you will know what time approximately I will be announcing the book. And you always, if you are following me and you have notifications on, and Facebook actually follows through and gives you those notifications, because sometimes they don't, then you know you will see it when I change the banner. Because before I make the announcement video, I always change the banner to the new book. So that's sort of like a telltale sign that I will probably be on video very soon. Because it's difficult for me to say an exact hour, as shit happens. Life is life, and I don't like to say I'm gonna be on at 10:30 and then I'm on at 10:35. I mean, I'm not that kind of person. Oh, I love this color. This is a really, really beautiful color. color. This is the one I like. I used to have my hair in this color. I love it. Oh, this is so nice. Finally, what are they calling it? Purple. They're calling it purple. It's magenta. Please, please, it's not purple. No, well, anyways, they messed up with their names, these Japanese. But it's absolutely beautiful. This is going to be my total favorite color of this set. It's my absolute favorite color. I love it. This is just, oh, it lays down, and I just feel like doing like something extra with it because I love the color. I'm gonna have to color some big part. I think I'm gonna do this swirly with it because I have to. It's absolutely needed. There is no two ways about it. I'm gonna have to go and do that. So yeah, I'm digging these. What's called? They call it clean color real brush. Sick. And it is real brushes. It's not like the other ones that I was using the other day because those I don't see any brushes. And here you know you can actually feel that they are brushes, so they are pretty cool. The Japanese know how to make this stuff, that's for sure. And that's the same that goes for the Holbeins. But the Holbeins are so expensive. I think it's the most expensive pencils at all, colored pencils in the market, the Holbeins. I haven't seen anything that's more expensive than those. I mean, I must admit that they're beautiful. They're absolutely, and the pastels, they're just like so beautiful, and you won't find them in any other sets. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one as well in this color because it just has to. I have to work with it because it's beautiful. Oh, I'll have to see if I can find these in like singles so that I can get a few of them because I just love this color. It's just so beautiful. It also almost has a velvety quality to it. I love it. This is a perfect color. I think, you know, I would like to, if I could find this one for the hair, I would color my hair again, I think. Because I had it recently. I had it pink a couple of years ago, and then I had it really red, like a crazy color red, but deep for a year or a year and a half. But this color, I would stick with it. I would never let go again. I would just keep it and keep it. And then I'd be like this old woman walking on the street with a total magenta hair. That would be cool. Then I could get like a poodle and it could have the same hair color as me. Yeah, but anyways, dream on, Maria. You're crazy. Yeah, so now we're going into the pinks because this will transition. I think I'm gonna, this pale rose I'm not gonna use because it just doesn't fit with me right now. It doesn't fit in the order of the colors I made, so the pale rose is gonna bite the dust. These I will use. The skin tones I'm also ditching because skin tones is not for now. They're boring. I see enough of my own flesh to know that, you know, I'm not into skin tones. They're boring. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the pinks until the pale pinks, but no skin colors. And then we'll see how far we are and where we're gonna have to start because I think I'm only gonna make it out to here. But then we might go up and take a bit of this that we started with and sort of follow through on that on the ears here because that could be kind of cool. And I already know that I want to do like some red here. But maybe this one will be black and maybe this will be red or yellow just to sort of emphasize it. I'm not sure. We'll see where we get. Let me see. Oh, I lost a lot of messages. Hi, Kimmy. You're not late and don't be sorry. You're here. That's great. Did you have a good day? I was part of that success. Which success? You stood on your own. That's so awesome. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, they do last forever. That's wonderful. Yeah, my chameleons will create it. I have a big set of chameleons, so definitely I'll be pulling them out when we start on the Weird Year Day on the 1st of January. I'm looking so much forward to it, and I'm sorry guys, I forgot I didn't put up the new drawing, the drawing for the 1st of January yet. I have it all prepared. So if after when I've presented the book, I'm not too tired, then I will put it up. Well, I have a fat chance of me being too tired. When has that ever happened? There's a bigger risk of me being too awake and too excited and doing something else, and then I forget to put it up because I started drawing or something weird. So yeah, no, I'll definitely not be too tired. That never happens at this hour. That's more like in the morning. That happens to me. I'm a night person, not a morning person. So I'm loving this one too. This is also a nice color. And what are they calling this one? Dark pink. Well, I like the dark pink. Actually, so far I've liked every color in this set. I mean, I haven't, the ones that I discarded, of course, I didn't try them out. But that's just because generally I didn't think that they would fit in to what I'm doing here. And that's just me being prejudiced towards the colors instead of trying them out, because I probably equally love them as I've done every color I tried so far here. So yeah, well, I'll just be a little color prejudiced, as long as I'm not a color predator, whatever that is. I kind of like making up my own words sometimes, so bear with me. Maybe you'll get used to it, you know, it can happen. Or even worse, you will start making up your own words too. And then everybody will think you're crazy too. So it can rub off, you know. So that's nice. I have to remember to scroll down because I missed a lot of the comments because it's not really scrolling on its own. This is going to be a heaps of long video. So how is the twister party going, Julie? Are you guys twisting it? Did you choose your twisters? It's a party on the street, I think. Well, not a party, it's just drunk people being assholes, which is kind of the same thing. So yeah, we got this going. I did have magenta hair before, but I haven't found that perfect magenta after. And I want that color. I don't want some fuzzy pink one or rosy one, and that was what I got the last times that I tried, because it was that color I was looking for again. And then I just got sick of trying. Besides, there's a little financial issue with the hair coloring because you have to do it constantly. So it gets kind of pricey. And because I have very, very long hair, yep, I have very long hair, then it's also pretty difficult to color it yourself. And Victoria is too little to do it for me. So maybe I'll have to wait until she gets big enough to be able to help me with it. I tried a few times with my bestie. She colored it for me, and she's very good at it. But, you know, I can't rely on having somebody to come and do it for me every time I need to do it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Or maybe I should cut my hair, then it would be easier to color it. So, I'm liking this. I think it's developing nicely. It's a little bit slowly. Okay, from which Twister book did you choose them? Twister Chill Pill book, page 11. The best way to buy my books. Oh, did you try on Etsy? Well, you know, I'm putting all of them up on PayHip as well, which is better in the manner that I can put them up bigger. But it sort of depends what you prefer in books. Do you prefer a printed book in your hand, or do you prefer a PDF set? Because if you prefer PDF, then definitely I will be putting all of them up bit by bit on PayHip. Also because PayHip doesn't charge a fee every time for a listing. So I actually get a little bit more myself if I use PayHip. And I can just upload bigger files. And a lot of my books are so big, so, you know, they just are too big for Etsy, file-wise. And I'm not a whiz at compressing files without ruining the image quality. I might be able to do some research on it, but I tried, and I think every time it sort of damages the quality of the image, and I hate that because it bugs me if the quality has to go down and suffer. But if you like print books, then Amazon is definitely the best place to buy my books. Unless you're living in Australia, then Book Scout would be the best. And the cheapest option would, of course, be to buy the PDFs, because the shipping to Australia can be bad. I know that Book Scout says they have free shipping, and they do, but they also then charge a little bit more for the books. So there's a double-edged sword, so it sort of depends how much extra they are charging. Why don't you have a luck with Etsy? You tried it? PayHip. Yes, they are all on Amazon Canada. I can try to send you a link in a message after, if you like. You know, like if you just search my name, Maria Vettel, you will find heaps and tons of books, because yes, there's 24 books in the giveaway that I drew, but I think single-handedly I probably drew at least the double, if not more. So there is quite a lot of books out by me. And I can also send you a link to my YouTube, where you can see all the previews of my books, so that you can see the pages inside, so you know what you're gonna get, you know that it's something that you like. Because there's, you know, I am versatile, so I do different styles depending on my mood of the day. So, you know, you might not like everything that I do, so be sure to check out the videos also, because it would be bad, you know, if you bought something that you didn't really like in the end. That's also one of the reasons that I made this epic giveaway, because I wanted people to have a chance to get to know my work. And there's a wide variety of my different styles and pieces in this giveaway, because I thought that that would be the best way that you could familiarize yourself with the different work that I do, and maybe get to know what you would like in the future. So definitely check out those videos. I will also send the link. I mean, there is actually, now I'm babbling about sending this and that, but little idiot me, I already made something where you can see everything. If you go in on my page and you go into photos, and then you click albums, and in the albums there is one that is all my books. There's like 80 books in there. There's also one that says books that I participated in. That means that I just did a couple of drawings in it, that I didn't do the whole book, but I was in it with a few drawings. So you can see all the books there. And in the comments in there, on the comments there is links to the video, so you can see the video in there. There is links to Amazon. I haven't put up PayHip and Etsy links in there yet. And I'm doing a separate one for the PayHip links as I get the books uploaded. So definitely that will be updated. But that album with all my books in, where there's about 80 items inside, there you can see all the information that you need, Kimmy. There is not the link for Canada, but if you just search the if you just search the book title on Amazon Canada, you will find it. When I put up a new book, it usually takes a bit longer for it to show up on the Canadian Amazon. But in the beginning, now it goes up much earlier, and now it goes directly to the Canadian Amazon. Before it went through the US, and that didn't work really well, and they changed the system. So that was pretty good. So yeah, you can, all the books you can get on the Canadian side. When I do put a new one up, it will take a bit longer before it's on the Canadian side. And I think eventually, because now Amazon did start with the Australian side, so eventually you'll probably also be able to get them on Amazon Australia, but not yet. So yeah, there's things happening. It's not at a standstill with everything. There's stuff going on and developments, even with Amazon and Create Space. But the thing is, you know, there's also issues with it, because how can we be sure that we get the correct reporting from them? And there's some issues there, because there's not really a lot of visibility in what we get from them. So that is kind of bugging me sometimes. The album, you will be able to see everything, and you will also, some of them will have lots of links, because I might have lots of different places where it's put up, or there will be links to colored inspirational videos, stuff like that as well. So check out, then you can sort of know a lot more about the book quite quickly if you go in there. So that's the best place to see it. I know that maybe I should take some time and add, you know, like UK Amazon and Canadian Amazon and all that in there, in that album. And I will someday, where I really feel like sitting and doing it, and where I'm not so busy that it will just be a strange task. Because right now with the Epic giveaway, I've been feeling like, it's been a lot of work, and it is a lot of work every day. So I'm not gonna look for all those links. Normally that's something that I would do right away, put them up, but right now it's just not, it's not feasible with the Christmas also. I have to sort of manage my time quite strictly at the moment, at least these days. Like after the 24th, I'll be fine again. But up until that point, I'll probably be like busy bee and a busy kitchen bee for the next 2 days, that's for sure. But I like that. I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. So that's the thing that I don't complain about. I never complain about cooking. Cleaning is a different matter, because that's an irrational thing to do. Boring thing to do, but it has to be done sometimes, at least twice a year, no? So I'm gonna scroll, because well, I don't know if your friend in Australia has them, but it is possible to get them, because you can, if you're in Australia, you can order them on Book Scout. So you can get them in Australia. I know people in Australia who has my books too, and the only problem is that it's a bit pricier for them to get the books, but there's definitely the possibility is there. It's not a closed, and even New Zealand, I know people in New Zealand too that have the books, my books. They are all over the world. But I think the biggest part of my books are in the United States. I think that's where I've sold the most books so far. And France and Holland. France, Holland, But the major part, I mean, really the major part will be the States for sure. So we are getting closer, and now I'm out of pinks. Whoa, what am I gonna do? This was the last pink. Now I only have a grays left. And I don't want to do gray. So what was it that I was saying? I'm gonna get with this. I'm gonna get with this. So yeah. This is neat. And this is neat. So I'm gonna have to make a new plan now, because I'm so over pink now. So I think I'm gonna go back on purple. Well, actually I was gonna go on red, but then I'm gonna go on red in a different kind of way. I think I'm gonna go on red starting on that one. That must have been around here. I think, yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan I'm going for. I'm gonna go start from that point and move into oranges and yellows. And I'm gonna diss the neon orange again. And I'm gonna go to the yellows here. And then, you know, I have it. I know which one I want to put here. I know which one. It's gonna be that yellow green that I like so much. That is the perfect one for this spot. Right here, that is perfect. Yes, because it starts with that really, really bright neon yellow. So this is the perfect one to tie this in with, I think. Yes, it's gonna be good. I'm sorry that I'm such a slow colorer. I mean, I could be faster, but I'm not. And also I'm enjoying myself. And I want to do that perfect orange here. I remember that there was one orange that I really, really loved. And I think it was the second one. That one. This one it was. It was the one that they call orange. Yeah, surprising. Yes, I love that color. So, you know, you see, I thought that I was going to make all of these big ones black. And it turned out that I changed my mind. And I found out how it would tie in the way I wanted it to. So yeah, you know, that happens. So that sometimes, you know, if don't set things or rules up too strictly when you're coloring, because sometimes, you know, the coloring will take you there and it will come to you while you're doing it. So do it. This is nice. And it also, just the way it lays down, oh my God. These are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, this company should be paying me for this. Hello. I need to. Nah. No, they should just send me like 5 or 6 sets or 10 sets that I could give away to you guys. That could be cool. That would be an awesome action, you know, to have a great giveaway. But yeah, fat chance of that happening. But this tied it in pretty awesomely. God, I've been 2 hours and 13 minutes now. Oh my God, I'm never gonna make it to make the announcement. Yes, I am. Every second we're moving a step closer. It's fine. There's no rush. I did start early, however, today, so this is probably the longest live video that I've ever done. It is very long. So I can understand if some people jumped off and got tired, because definitely understandable. But you know, you can always jump in and jump out, and that's good. I think it's going really well with it anyways. I think this is gonna work out just beautifully, and it's very enjoyable to work with this, and that has surprised me. I have to admit that. I did admit it like 10 times before. But, you know, if you're positively surprised by something, it's good to acknowledge it. I think, you know, you have to give credit where credit's due. And it's definitely due here. I think it's a great product. That is for sure. I'm just gonna go bold on this one because I wanna, not because I wanna finish, but because I don't wanna go into grays. I wanna continue the vibe we had down here with the reds and orange and you know, the little kind of fire. I wanna bring it up here so that we sort of get it pulled together again. So that is why I wanna do that. But because I'm desperate to finish now. Of course not. Why would I be desperate to finish? Oh, because I have to announce the giveaway book of tomorrow. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll just do it when I finish. No rush. Besides, you know, most people will probably see the rerun anyway of it, so there will be a few on live, and some of you guys might even be there, and you know, it's fine. I think I've got everything the same lined up now. Yes. So yeah, I'm having a great time with Elephantasy. So they should make a song about Elephantasy, you know? Elephantasy. It could be a nice song title. No, I'm babbling again. It's because I forget to scroll, so I don't see your remarks, and then I don't know what to say, and I run out of subjects. Maybe I should make some little cue cards on subjects that I could touch base with, you know, that I could talk about a little bit when I get thrown off and I don't know what to say. But you know, I don't like to prepare what I'm gonna say. I just say whatever I think in the moment. But then we'll go with that, and you know, if it works out, it works out, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's more that moment you have your thoughts, and you know, if you've planned what you're gonna say, it's just gonna be forced anyways. It won't be natural if you just have this whole script. I mean, I would have that if I was doing a commercial or something, but that's a whole different thing. Or if you're acting, you know, then you'd also have a really nice script to go by. But I'm not. I'm just I come on here, I present books, I draw, I look at colors and coloring sets, I color, and I interact with you guys. So, I mean, I don't need a script. You're supposed to be my friends on here. So, then I don't need a script. So yeah, I'm liking it. So, it's a very nice red, this one. Very vibrant, very strong, very, yeah. But yeah, then again, I've told you that about all the colors in this set, that about the strong quality of it, that is very enjoyable. So let me see. I'm gonna scroll and see if there's some new comments. Oh, there's tons of them. I hate cooking. You'd rather do dishes. Oh, you could. Ah, we can switch then. I'll cook. You can do the dishes. Yes. I'm just scrolling down the comments so that I can follow what happened while I didn't scroll. Oh, the breakfast, that was boring. But anything that happens at 8 o'clock in the morning that involves 35 screaming children, I mean, and their parents, who's going to enjoy that? I mean, duh. I mean, why would they even think about doing something like breakfast in the school at 8 a.m.? Why not like afternoon tea? You know, you can come when you pick them up, you have a little bit of cake and a cup of tea. That would be sort of humane. But breakfast 8 a.m. with 35 kids. Parents, siblings, smaller siblings running around with snot out their noses and stuff. I like kids, but I mean, 8 a.m.? No. That's why I'm not a school teacher. I mean, if I get them in the afternoon, it's cool. But, you know, at 8 a.m. Hi, Holly. Oh, thanks, Beverly, for sharing again. That's really sweet of you. Anyways, you know, like 8 a.m. is not my time of day to be in that kind of, just be social, you know. I mean, I'm not social at that hour. I'm not even social at lunch. I'm social at dinner. Dinner is a good time for me to be social. I can be social, well, it's Spanish dinner time. That's around 11 in the evening. There I can be very social. I am a social being, just not, just usually after everybody else is sleeping. That's why it's so rarely that I'm social. Anyways, yeah, I'm laughing a little bit at myself because I'm saying that I'm social. But when I'm social, it's too late to call people on the phone. And most people have gone to bed. So my social hours are not really fitting with where I live. When I lived in Spain, it was not a problem. Because there you have dinner at around 11. So it's perfect. I was perfectly social in Spain. And when we were on holiday there, my daughter experienced how social I am and how many friends I actually have. Because she was really surprised, like, Mom, we're outside all the time. Why? You know, she's not used to me going outside. I only go outside to go to the supermarket or something because it's different in Denmark. But in Spain, I'm always outside and I see friends and, you know, I'm social. So I'm not an antisocial. I'm just selectively social, depending on which hour of the day it is. But we had a great time. She loved it there. It was a really, really awesome vacation. And I'm so happy that her dad invited her and me so that she could see where she was actually born and meet the people who followed me when I was pregnant and you know, like this whole kind of history thing that she never really knew, you know. That was awesome to be able to show her that, you know, to show her where she came from and all these people who were following that I was pregnant and looking forward to see the little baby. And, you know, that was pretty cool. And it just felt like coming home. I've been homesick so long. I know that I'm Danish and I come from Denmark. But, you know, I lived so many years in Spain. And in that little pueblo, it's a little village, you know, a tiny village. And I was very comfortable living in there, in that environment. It's a very artistic environment. There's lots of creative people, and I was very happy living there. So I missed it a lot, you know. Sort of like, yeah, I'm a night person too. So yeah. You're so Martin. Oh, dealing with people. No, dealing with people is not good. It's unhealthy. You should not deal with people, especially not in the morning. I mean, it's just the wrong time. I mean, it's funny, you know. I mean, I can be very nice. I can be very patient. I'm actually a nice person most of the time. But I'm a nasty person in the morning. I mean, you just don't want to deal with me at that time. It's just really the wrong time to deal with me. It's in the morning. It's bound to go wrong. I mean, it's going to bounce off the walls if you mess with me in the morning. It's just the wrong time to at all. This is not good. But there's some people who have it like that, and but you know, when I was in Thailand, it was entirely different. I was the person who got up 6 a.m. and was awake all day, and but it's just I had the same when I was in the US, I think. So it depends on the, but you know, I think that will change when I've been there for a while, then it'll probably change back to my normal schedule. The one thing I think is the one thing that I like about the night is that it's quiet. I mean, the atmosphere, like everybody, the energy is much more, much less constricted. It's less full, you know. In the daytime, when everything's full of life and people are all over the place, it's like you can't breathe, you can't relax. It's like cramped. The atmosphere is cramped. I don't know how to explain it. It's just how I feel. So in the nighttime, when everybody's sleeping, I just relax and I can sort of like focus on my art. I can focus on my thoughts. I can concentrate. I can breathe, you know. In the daytime, it can be really difficult to even like, you know, focus on small things, you know, or you know, it's just it's too messy in that time. It feels like all the energy is being used up or something. It's like yeah, the atmosphere. I don't know how to explain it. I just have a different feeling of being able to breathe at the night and being more relaxed with me, being more focused and having a better concentration when everyone is asleep and nobody's disturbing me. I can just be myself and focus and concentrate, and it's not full of all this energy around. It's just only my own energy. I like that. I think this is going very well. I love these colors. And in the end, I didn't do any of them black. But I'll run out and then I will have to go on to do, so I'm gonna leave them out here on the table so that I can get to those greens when I get there. Because I'm definitely, the brown is staying there. There's only gonna be that patch of brown. I'm not gonna do any more brown. So when I get to the last yellow, it will turn into this green. Because that ties down with that, you know. Because that's why I made this, because it would be a nice continuation up here. So usually I don't have a plan in my head, but the plan develops as I'm working through the image. That's how I sort of color. So yeah, this one is opposite because I wanted some that were larger spaces too. So I got it covered. I got it covered. Na, 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 na. So, and I forgot to put the music on also because it was such a mess. It was me getting on that I had, because I had written that I would be on it approximately that hour. Also because, you know, I understand if somebody wants to prepare and participate, it's nice to know more or less which hour I'm going to be on. So that's why I said approximately that hour, and then I like to keep it. If I said it, I'm going to try to keep it. So, and I did. I was only like 5 minutes late, so it was not like a big... It would have been something else if I'd been like an hour late, or half an hour, or 20 minutes. I was 5 minutes late. So it was not like a world disaster in lateness. It could have been worse, I guess. But you see that with me going over to the green, will actually... I said that I wasn't doing my usual rainbow, but in the end I am actually doing rainbow again. Yeah, I'm a rainbow kind of person. So I tend to get rainbows in where rainbows were not intended. But it will be a kind of rainbow, but a different than my usual rainbow. So yeah, I'm actually digging it. I think Elephantico, this colored Elephantico is turning out way better than the first one I did. The first one I did was really neat too, and I will remember to share that one. I think it was, I don't remember if it was a video or a GIF in the end that I made, but I will definitely show you guys so you can see it's colored a different way as well with a ton of scans. So you see, this is a nice thing about when I do it like this. Of course, I can't make those pretty videos where they sort of transform, because I'm not scanning for each color that I lay down, but I don't get stopped either. So I get to sort of have a continuous coloring. Whereas when I'm doing these VIP scans, work in progress scans, then I get constantly thrown out, you know, like I have to scan it and wait for it to go in and all that. Whereas here I can just sort of do it in continuous flow while I'm chit-chatting away. So that's kind of nice for a change, but I don't have that material that I usually have. The ears are on fire. Maybe this elephant heard something new, and the ears are on fire. That makes me again think, oh my God, I always get to think of that song, The Kings of Leon, Your Sex is on Fire. I love that version that the UK guy did for the British X Factor. It was pretty awesome. I think it was called Jamie. Yeah, you should look it up on YouTube. Right there, Your Sex is on Fire, British X Factor, Jamie. Then you'll get his audition, and it was just through the roof. Through the roof. That audition was through the roof, and he sung it like he rocked the place. Totally rocked the place. It was just an awesome, awesome one. And he was totally, I mean, that was the first time I heard the song. I never heard it before. So I didn't hear the original. I heard this one the first time. So it really bit in me. I liked it a lot. I digged it so much. So we on. I'm a happy camper. So a happy camper who can sing. Well, I'm not a happy camper. I never went camping. I don't think I ever went camping. That's funny. I'm sitting trying to remember if I ever went camping. How did that come up? I use the expression happy camper. He's not a happy camper. I use that quite a lot when I have to be sarcastic. So I should try to use it in my, if I'm making new sarcasm and insults book. Then I need some really good stingy ones. So we're moving into the yellow-green now. This was the one that I really digged. That was a lovely color. So yellow-green it is. Really nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful color, beautiful color. And you can see, like, when you work with these, when you do this, I would suggest that you do like some kind of color, you know, where you experience the colors yourself, like, you know, like on the color companion, so that you can work out your own color range in it, so that, you know, you can have your own flow system of which ones you like next to each other, because it's definitely going to help you also be able to blend them in and make nice transitions if you have these, because I think they're really, really great for that. Let's see. Okay, we're going. So I'm gonna see this more. Hi, Melissa. I'm just, you know, because I have to scroll down once in a while to see your comments, so I'm just gonna do that. You're done. Oh, Oh, you started yours earlier. Great. Yeah, you remember him, Kimmy. Yeah, he was so awesome. It was just like an unforgettable when he did that audition. It was just like, wow. I mean, it was so good. That was one of the things that made me watch British X Factor, because I was just wowed. And then there was this one. She really gave me goosebumps when she was singing, and especially also on her audition. Rebecca Ferguson. She was absolutely brilliant. I loved her voice. It was so funny because when you heard her talking, she had this like weird accent. I don't remember where she was from, but she had this like accent that you were thinking like, how can she sing? I always wanted to be a singer or something like that. But then when she sung, she was just like, her way of pronouncing the words just really changed when she was singing. It was just totally awesome. And her voice, it just gave me goosebumps. She was so awesome. She should have won. I'm like 100% she should have won. Yeah. So, I mean, those two, they made, for me, really, that I actually watched a lot of X Factor from the UK. X Factor from Denmark is not that interesting. So, you know, I don't really, there's been some good ones. It's not that they're not good or not cute or whatever. I just think that there's more people to choose from in the UK. So maybe the talents are bigger as well, or maybe just bigger talents report into the contest. I don't know. But it's also, you know, you have more contestants, you have more judges. It's a grander show. I think they also have a bigger budget to use on it, to spend. So, you know, there's more show for the money. It's a better one, but it's also a bigger country. So it's probably what's called, see, now I don't want to go into those dark greens. I think I want to go into some turquoise. So I'm going to fish these out so that I can see my turquoise ones. I'm just rearranging this a little bit here. No, it's bad because it did make my order. I'm just rearranging so that I can see the turquoise going into the blues. I don't need that many, but I just want to have like this one here. Yeah, this is going to be good for what I want, because I already got this closed, so I'm only having this. So I just want to throw that in there, so I sort of get that going, because I think that will fit nicely to get in, and then there will be a little bit of blue in there, just little hints of blue will get in there, and then it will be a perfect finish. I'm happy with it. And that turned out a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be, because of these awesome pens, brush pens that I really like to work with. They're absolutely beautiful, and they're definitely not gonna be resting for long, that's for sure. They're gonna be used a lot more, and it was really nice to hear that they work longer. But yeah, lovely to work with. And we're on to this. This is great. Oh, okay, so I'm just going to do this. I made a little mistake, but not a major one. Little mistakes are there, here and there. If it's too perfect, it's boring anyways. No, we don't want it too perfect. We want little mistakes here and there. That's enjoyable. Little tiny mistakes. Have fun. So we're almost set. I'm actually thinking that this is a very nice result. Whoa. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty one. So nice. I should have tried them out a lot earlier, I think. You see here, like, if you look, you see how it focus like, so you know you can go from like, see how nice it is? It's awesome, and it's water-based, so it's just very nice to work with. Very beautiful to work with. Definitely. I think they're the best brush markers I've tried. That's water-based. Well, I only tried 2, so I'm actually saying that I'll pit them. That I'll say that they're better than the Faber-Castell ones. I would say so, because there's more colors. I think the Faber-Castell one has 60 colors, and this one has 80. So yeah, there's 20 more colors. But the brush itself is a real brush, whereas the other ones are not like. But they're also awesome. I mean, they're both awesome sets. You know, that's for sure. They're both very awesome. And now I'm actually done. So that's it. I'm just gonna put these in here. And what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna finish off the video. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys, and I'm gonna see you hopefully very soon, because I will be back on in a split second, because I will be doing the presentation of the giveaway book for tomorrow, for the epic Christmas giveaway that is truly epic. And wow, I got them mushed together, I think. Well, anyways, it's fine. I got it. I think that I'm very happy with my result. It couldn't have turned out better. So that is really good for me. And I hope you guys had fun. So yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna look if there's more comments down here. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're related to her. Cool. Oh, your paint meds are working. The giveaway video, I'm gonna turn this off, and then I'm just gonna put up the new banner, and it's gonna be max 5 minutes, and I'll be back on. So I'm gonna do that giveaway video straight ahead. So I'm gonna wave bye-bye now, and I'll be back on live in 5 minutes. So, and then I will present the giveaway book of tomorrow. So bye-bye and see you.